Beshalach, after he had let go. Shemot, Exodus 13:17 to 17:16. Haftarah, Shof'tim, Judges 4:4 to 5:31. Berit Hadashah suggested, Yochanan, John 6:25 to 35, and 1 Corinthians 10:1 to 13. Vayehi beshalach parei et ha'am v'leinacham elehim derech eretz Plishtim ki korev hu ki amar Elohim peninachem ham birotam milchama veshavu mitzrayma. After Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not guide them to the highway that goes through the land of the Philistine, because it was close by. God thought that the people, upon seeing war, might change their minds and return to Egypt. Introduction. The first verse of this parsha sets the tone for the 40 years to come in the wilderness. The author of Exodus says, after Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not guide them to the highway that goes through the land of the Philistines, because it was closer by. God thought that the people, upon seeing war, might change their minds and return to Egypt. They traveled from Sukkoth, it says, located in the northeast delta of Egypt, and then Etam at the edge of the desert. It is probably no coincidence that this became the name of the holiday in the fall known as Sukkot, Feast of Tabernacles, when we spend time in tents to remember Exodus. They then went the long way, which took them to the Sea of Reeds, also known as the Red Sea. That was more of a wide river. A column of fire at night and a column of cloud by day led them eventually to the Sea of Reeds. Then one of the most spectacular of miracles took them across the parted sea, which then collapsed on the chariots of Pharaoh, who came to bring them back. The Egyptians tried to flee, but Adonai swept them into the sea. For a while they began to have faith. It says in the Torah, when Israel saw the mighty deed that Adonai had performed against the Egyptians, the people feared Adonai, and they believed in Adonai and in his servant Moshe. Complete Jewish Bible. But more came in their exit from Egypt, including manhu, meaning what is it? Today it is called manna from heaven. Haftarah. We read in Judges about another major defeat made possible by Adonai. In the words of the judge and prophet Devorah to Barak, go march to Mount Tabor and take with you 10,000 men from the people of Naphtali and Zebulun. Complete Jewish Bible. I will cause Sisera, the commander of Yavin's army, to encounter you at the Kishon River with his chariots and troops, and I will hand him over to you. Complete Jewish Bible. Barak did not want to go unless Devorah went with him. She told him, yes, I will gladly go with you, but the way you are doing it will bring you no glory, because Adonai will hand Sisera over to a woman. So Devorah was a judge, prophet, and military leader. Today from this we learn, and from current history we understand, that to be biased against women is to miss one half of our potential. Berit Hadashah. In the Berit Hadashah we read about another example of crossing a great body of water, Messiah Yeshua, after he miraculously produced bread, had not gotten into the boat with his Talmudim, disciples, who were seen by a crowd preparing to cross a lake. When the people crossed in their boats, they were surprised to see him. They asked him, "When did he get there?" He replied, "Yes, indeed, I tell you, you're not looking for me because you saw miraculous signs, but because you ate the bread and had all you wanted. Don't work for the food which passes away, but for the food that stays on into eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For this is the one on whom God the Father has put his seal." Complete Jewish Bible. Notice that Yeshua calls himself the Son of Man, a common way to refer to the expected Messiah. It is not likely that he meant just a human. Shaul, Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Corinthians, says on the Parsha, "For brothers, I don't want you to miss the significance of what happened to our fathers. All of them were guided by the pillar of cloud." Complete Jewish Bible. Then he goes on to say, "Yet with the majority of them God was not pleased." But we are given this hope from Shaul. "No temptation has seized you beyond what people normally experience, and God can be trusted not to allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear." Complete Jewish Bible. From this, it can be presumed that the sacrifices of Israel mean that we, today, may bear less and should be appreciative of the lessons in the Torah. Conclusions. Being chosen is not so easy and means there is an expectation that others do not bear. But it also does not diminish the choice that others make to follow the directions of Adonai. The Torah, Haftarah, and Brit Hadashah help us to listen and to follow the instructions of Adonai better. While reading is not enough, doing is not enough, nor is understanding enough. Combined with a connection to Adonai, we can all be redeemed enough. Have a good week and a Shabbat Shalom.